A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold statement, former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert has condemned the Israeli government's recent proposal to construct a so-called humanitarian city on the ruins of Rafah, labeling it as a potential act of ethnic cleansing. Olmert's remarks come at a time of heightened tensions and violence in the region, where the ongoing conflict has led to significant civilian casualties and widespread international condemnation. The proposal, put forth by Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz, aims to house up to 600,000 Palestinians in a designated area where their movement would be severely restricted. Olmert, who served as prime minister from 2006 to 2009, expressed grave concerns over the implications of such a plan, stating, "If they Palestinians will be deported into the new humanitarian city, then you can say that this is part of an ethnic cleansing. It hasn't yet happened." He emphasized that the construction of this camp would mark an escalation in the already volatile situation in Gaza. The former prime minister further criticized the Israeli government's narrative that the proposed city is meant to protect Palestinians, arguing that the rhetoric surrounding the project is not credible given the violent history of the region. He stated, "When they build a camp where they plan to clean more than half of Gaza, then the inevitable understanding of the strategy is that it is not to save Palestinians. It is to deport them, to push them, and to throw them away." This statement comes as the Israeli government faces increasing scrutiny over its military operations in Gaza and the West Bank, which Olmert claims amount to war crimes. He referred to the recent deaths of 2 Palestinian men in the occupied West Bank as part of a broader pattern of violence and intimidation that has forced many residents to flee their homes. Olmert described the perpetrators of these attacks, often referred to as hilltop youth, as extremists acting with the support of Israeli authorities. He stated, "There is no way that they can operate in such a consistent, massive, and widespread manner without a framework of support and protection which is provided by the Israeli authorities in the occupied Palestinian territories." The former prime minister also highlighted the growing anger towards Israel from various quarters, particularly in the United States, where he believes many people are reacting to the violent images they see in the media. He noted, "In the United States, there is more and more expanding expressions of hatred towards Israel. We make a discount to ourselves saying, they are anti-Semites. I don't think that they are only anti-Semites. I think many of them are anti-Israel because of what they watch on television, what they watch on social networks." Olmert's comments come amid a backdrop of faltering ceasefire negotiations, with the Israeli government refusing to withdraw from areas designated for the proposed camp. He argues that the current Israeli administration poses a greater threat to the country's long-term security than any external adversary. Despite the ongoing violence and devastation in Gaza, Olmert remains hopeful for a two-state solution and is working with former Palestinian Foreign Minister Nasser al-Kidwa to advocate for peace. He believes that a historic settlement could be reached, potentially involving normalization of ties with Saudi Arabia in exchange for an end to hostilities in Gaza. However, he expressed dismay at Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's recent actions, including nominating Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize despite the ongoing conflict. As the situation in Gaza continues to deteriorate, Olmert's candid remarks serve as a stark reminder of the complexities and moral dilemmas surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. His call for recognition of the ongoing violence and a push for international intervention highlights the urgent need for a re-evaluation of policies and practices that have perpetuated the cycle of violence in the region. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.